Hey everybody, James here from All American Guardian. The next thing we're going to talk about in our WordPress dashboard and going through and configuring our settings is the SEO settings. Now we're not going to go full on completely through all the SEO settings, but there's two main settings that I want to talk about, and they're called meta tags. And what those are is a title and description for your website and actually for every single page of your website, whether it be a page, a static page that's going to remain the same forever or for a very long time, or whether it be a post that's on your blog. So we're going to go into the SEO plugin, which we installed in another video. And the one that I recommended that I've been using a lot here lately is called the SEO Framework. On this one here needs an update, so I'll go ahead and just hit update. And we'll just check the front of the site, make sure it still looks the same, nothing crashed. Yep, it's still just a default installation of the free Themify plugin that I installed. Let me hit refresh here, and we're good. Okay, so we're going to do it with the SEO framework, but it doesn't matter if you're doing it with this plugin or with Yoast or with all-in-one SEO pack, or maybe you're just using the SEO features that came with your particular theme. This is typically going to be on a premium theme. I know a lot of the free themes, they're not going to have this option in there, so you'd have to install a third-party plugin for SEO. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and use the one that I installed here, which is the SEO framework. So I click on SEO. There's all types of settings in here, okay, and different plugins are going to have different settings to choose from. I'm not going to even go through these because it would take forever to sit here and go through this, and in the majority of what's in here, I leave it at default settings. I'm just kind of showing you real quick that there is all sorts of settings in here that you can go through one by one and check them out, and we may go through some of this stuff, timestamps, but really what I want to show you is the on-page settings associated with this plugin. We're going to go to, doesn't even matter which page really, we're just going to pick a page. Let's pick this one. Okay, so typically when you're posting a page, you've got the title of the page here, you've got all of your words would go right here, which, what in the world happened? I just clicked on something there. You've got right here is where you type any words that are going to go on that particular page. You've got a little further down, these different sections here you can actually collapse using this little arrow, like a little triangle there. And collapse this one. That's the only two below this. As you add more plugins, depending on what they are, it can actually add more sections down below this. And these are also, you can organize these however you want. So I can switch this Themify custom panel down low and move my SEO settings up higher. I'm going to drop that down because this is what I really want to show you. Custom page title and custom page description. Now back in the day, like let's say 10 years ago, that doesn't sound like very long ago, but in terms of the internet, it is a long time. So back in the day when SEO first started being manipulated, and SEO stands for search engine optimization. It's the ability to move websites higher in the search results for a specific set of keywords. So if you own a dog grooming company in Houston, Texas, if someone searches for Houston dog groomers, obviously you'd want to come up on the first page of the listings for that. Now there's all sorts of search terms people could be using. Maybe somebody's searching for luxury dog groomer or mobile dog groomer. If any of these services are things you offer, you'd want your website to come up at the on the first page of the results for those particular terms. In the old days, you had three sets of meta tags that were important. There was the title, like there still is today, the description, like there is today, and there was a third one called keywords. But what people were doing, because they found out, people always find out like little loopholes or ways around things or ways to game the system. What they found out was that they could spam these keywords. They could just keyword stuff their page. They'd put like 100 or 200 keywords in there, and that would help their page rank for all of these different terms. If they put 100 keywords in there, their page could possibly rank for 100 different keywords that were searched for. So keywords over time began to get less and less important, and so finally they were just basically phased out. They're still there. You can still put keywords in if you want. It's not going to, I don't think it would necessarily harm anything, but it's not really going to help you because it's not as important of a ranking factor. It may not be even a ranking factor at all in the Google algorithm. And pretty much we're just talking about Google, even though there's other search engines, because Google is like 90% of the searches out there anyway happen on Google versus a Yahoo or a Bing or AOL or any of the other little search engines. So we're going to mainly focus on the two meta tags that are important. That's the title and the description. Now, why these are important is because when you search Houston dog groomers, if you don't put in there any kind of customization, Google sometimes will just read the page and pull random words from your page to put in there for you. But you really don't want them doing that because they're just going to literally pull the first set of, first couple of sentences out of your page. You're going to end up in your description, and that might not be the best description for that particular page. So that would really be the lazy way about going about this, and you're not going to get the full benefit of using those tags. So this is why it's important, is because let's just show you right here. This roveroaks.com, this is the title right here. And this set of text right here is the description. Their description's a little bit short, but it's decent. It says full professional dog grooming and spa services are available at our Rover Oaks, Katy, and Houston locations. So it says what they do, full professional dog grooming, spa services, and it even has their brand name in there, plus it's got 2 locations in there so that when people search for dog grooming in Houston or Katy, they're likely to come up. It even has a call to action, which is very important. It says, call us to schedule an appointment soon. Let's roll down here. Hotpets.net comes to you, provide professional pet grooming services, clean and stress-free atmosphere. Our mobile salon's fully equipped to pamper your dog with luxury shampoos, blah, 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 blah. So you kind of get the point. You want to be able to customize this because this is what people are going to see when they search. And if you're lucky enough to do it all right and come up in the search results, you want to place text in here that's going to entice people to click on your website, because nobody knows what all this stuff is. I mean, when they're searching, unless you've already got a really strong hold on your brand, I've never heard of any of these places. But, I'm not a dog grooming expert, but I've never heard of any of these locations or any of these brand names. And so all I know to distinguish one from the other is what they've written in these titles and descriptions. The only other way to know besides that is to actually click on each of these and go searching their website to see which one looks best if I'm trying to find a place for my dog, or to go search for reviews on them. And that all takes time. So right off the bat, I'm probably going to click on the ones that look the most interesting to me, and that's typically what most people do. So the way that we control that is right here. So we could type, let's just say we had a dog grooming service. This page is all about dog grooming. So right here is where we put our title. We'll go steal one of theirs just for speed here. Paste it in and get their description and paste it in. Boom. And let's go to that page. Let me see what kind of text they got on this page. Here, we're going to pull this text. By the way, do not ever go and copy anyone's text any of their titles or descriptions or text off their page. Google is very, very good at detecting plagiarism, and you will get penalized for doing that. You will never rank properly. You could even get your whole site de-indexed if you're copying other people's sites. We're gonna hit update here. Okay, we've updated. So this is the benefit of having an SEO plugin. One, we don't have to go into the hard code of the website, which would be this stuff right here. We don't have to go in here and hard code our title and description, which would show up right here. You can see title. You don't have to learn all this code, and description is right here. We don't have to go in and do that because we're using WordPress, and we've installed this SEO plugin, which gives us these two little boxes to fill out, which make it super easy. So you really have no excuse not to fill out these two settings. And please don't leave it up to Google to just grab random text off of your website and fill these out for you. What's also kind of cool about some of these is that it gives you a little bit of a guide, and it will tell you, you see how this one's red? You want it to be green, okay? And that gives you, like I said, a little bit of a guide so that you know if you're doing it right or wrong. Now it's telling me this is red because it says 712 of 600 pixels are used. So it's basically telling me my the text, the number of text that I've used for this particular, or the number of characters I've used for this particular title is too long. And the reason why it's doing that is because there's only so many characters allowed in the search engine results. So, you know, if this was double the length of that, well, eventually Google's just going to cut off whatever you've written. Now, let's see if we can find one maybe that's cut off. May have to go kind of far back because most of these people on the first page kind of know what they're doing, or they've hired someone that knows what they're doing. So you can see one right here. Look, PetSmart groomer fired after viral video shows dog being yanked, ... That means it's continued, and you really don't know what the full title of this is unless you click on this. So the SEO plugin is actually showing us that our title is probably going to get cut off because the limit is 600 pixels. I don't know why it's calling it pixels instead of characters, but anyhow, nonetheless, it's too wide to fit on the page of search results. And the reason why it's doing it too is because right here, this All American Guardian, it's actually adding in the title of our site, and this is something that the software is pulling in on its own. So let me go fix that real quick because I don't even want that in there. We're going to go to the settings over here. So this is something that you may have to do if you're using this particular plugin. We're going to go scroll down and find this description. No, we need the title settings. Here we go. Additions. Remove blog name from title. There we go. And we're going to hit Save Settings. Now we should be good. Let's go back to Pages. Go back to the one we were doing, which is this one. All right, now you see there, it's got just what I typed. It doesn't have anything extra like the title of our blog or our website. And we're using 517 out of 600 pixels. Okay, great. So green and green is good. We're going to hit update, and then I'll show you something else that's cool about this, because at a glance, when you have lots of posts or lots of pages and you don't want to have to go and open each one of them to make sure all this stuff is green, you can actually just kind of get a bird's eye view from right here. So you see all of your pages listed over here, and on the right you see all of these different things, and you want it all to be green. So we were on this page here, full column 3. Everything's green except for right here, title length is too long. And that means the title of the page, not the, I don't think that's the title of our SEO title. Description length is good. Page is being indexed. Follow, page links are being followed. Search engines are allowed to archive the page, and redirect page isn't being redirected. So I would say even if this is yellow, you're probably okay. It's nothing dangerous that's going to really affect your SEO. But just go and check out what it is. Look, I'm clicking on it. Let me see if it's going to let me. No. Saying my title's too long. Let's just go check it out again. Nah. It says it's green, so I'm just going to ignore it, okay? I'm going to hit update again. So that's basically it, guys. I just wanted to show you that so that you know that you need to go in there. The importance of an SEO plugin is you need to install one. Doesn't matter which one you use. You know, you could test out different ones. I am partial to this SEO framework. I really like it. It's simple, it's clean, and like I said, I've tested out the speed of different ones, and this one has the least amount of effect on my page speed as far as slowing it down. It actually makes my page faster, which is a good thing for SEO, and it's also just really easy to use. It's got the custom title, the custom description. I fill it out. It tells me if it's green. I hit update. I don't, you know, you can get really technical with SEO, search engine optimization. But as far as your on-page SEO goes, which I'll do more videos on-page SEO and off-page SEO and what the difference is. But to keep this simple for now, you want to just fill out your page with high quality information. Don't try to SEO it. Just speak naturally, speak to your customer. I would say put at least 500 minimum, 500 words on each page. Have a very descriptive title that tells exactly what that page is about. And do the same down here. Put a very descriptive custom title and custom description that you would want your customers to see when they're over here on Google searching for your services. Beyond that, if you want to get more technical, I'll have some videos later on that are going to get a little more technical as far as SEO goes. But don't overcomplicate it. Just stick to the basics, and that's going to get you 90% of the way as far as SEO goes. So until the next video, if you guys have any questions, put them down below. I'll be sure and get back to you. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next time.
All American Guardian, keeping vigil watch over your business website.